Hello my fellow nerds and welcome to the Nerd Empire. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today, and I hope you all will enjoy today's reaction video. With that being said, let's get right into it, shall we? Alright, this is by the Critical Gamer. And it's called When Developers Just Say No.
To see myself reflected in this, because it gives rise to some of the most ridiculous nonsense the human mind can conceive of. A small village in a medieval fantasy show set in a northern European climate. Clearly it has to be an ethnic and cultural melting pot of diversity, with absolutely no explanation for how these wildly different races of people all ended up in the same exact place.
That doesn't make sense.
A biographical drama about the Tudors set in 16th century England? Well, Anne Boleyn is black now. Don't question it, just accept it.
Yes.
A video game that allows you to have an intimate romantic scene with a bear? Sure, why not? Because everyone needs to see themselves reflected in media.
God. I thought that was so weird how many people wanted to sleep with the goddamn bear. And it was quite alarming how many people went after the vampire dude. It's like, you people have problems.
So it's
That that movie is so messed up.
kind of refreshing when every once in a while a company will turn around and proudly declare, no you don't, you fucking narcissistic child. You don't need to see yourself represented in everything, because believe it or not, the entire world and all the
Yeah, I've said this many times, like, representation and inclusivity. Not everything needs representation and inclusivity. Stop trying to bring it into every fucking thing in the world.
teeming multitude of stories and legends and characters that inhabit it don't revolve entirely around you. You're not that
This actually looks interesting.
important. If you need to see yourself reflected that badly, go look in a fucking mirror. Now, I'll admit I'm paraphrasing slightly here, but that was very much the case with the developers of Knight's Path, a low fantasy medieval
Oh, is that what this is called? Knight's Path?
RPG that's currently in development on Steam. The kind of low-budget game that's made by a small but passionate team of developers who probably don't have huge resources at their disposal, but actually believe in the product they're making, instead of some monolithic quadruple A developer with thousands of manically depressed programmers toiling away on 18-hour days on something they hate. You know, kind of like what gaming used to be before it was dominated by 3 or 4 mega corporations churning out generic overpriced crap. Anyway, our tale begins about a week ago when the developers proudly showcased Amelie, one of the female characters that you've got the option of romancing in the game. And much to the shock of everyone,
she's cute.
she was actually attractive.
No way!
I mean, that in itself is a fucking miracle in a modern game made by a Western developer, but let's not get hung up on that quite yet. It was around this time when one particular user posed the ultimate question: will there be representation for the entire race?
I hope you'll have some No. We care about gaming and fun, not modern agendas. Yes.
Rainbow of diversity.
The reason why I say no is because in that time, that shit didn't exist. I mean, yes, there were gay and lesbians, but the alphabet mafia shit didn't exist back then in the medieval times.
In your romantic options for this game.
Put a chick in it, make her gay!
I love how South Park just dogs on everything. Anyone and everyone, anything and everything. Put a chicken in, make her gay.
Fuck.
Now, before we go on, I'm 100% sure this is just a parody account that was having a bit of playful fun at the expense of the modern audience. But it was the simple, blunt, beautifully honest response from the devs that really made the headlines. And in that moment, dear viewer, a legend was born.
I mean, look at that. 6.6 million views. Damn.
I mean, the usual suspects took it about as well as you might imagine.
Yeah.
But then, and this is the important
Jesus
part,
Christ.
so pay attention, 007, they were never going to buy the game in the first place because they don't care about supporting small developers or uplifting independent games or even playing video games in general. They never did. People like that care about one thing and one thing only: attention. Stuff like this is nothing but performative activism masquerading as concern trolling, emotional blackmail in the guise of moral panic, throwing their imaginary toys out of the pram on social media to force companies, studios, developers and celebrities to bend over back.
Oh, there's actual dragons in it too. That's all. No, not a dragon. That's a wyvern. Never mind. But it's still, that's awesome.
Them to waste millions of dollars catering to their ever-changing whims and demands, to ignore and even alienate the vast majority of the actual audience who just want fucking entertainment. It's been a losing strategy for years, and I think people are starting to realize that now. And believe it or not, this door absolutely swings both ways. I don't need to see myself reflected in every piece of media I consume either, because I'm not a narcissistic moron who demands constant validation for every part of my life. If I play a game where the protagonist happens to be a black wheelchair-bound lesbian, I absolutely don't care as long as the game is good and the character is someone I care about.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing is like, I don't mind what the character is as long as the entire thing isn't focused on about that one thing about the character. It's like, it's not focused on the fact that the character's handicapped, or that the character's different skin color, or that the character is a part of the Alphabet Mafia. That's when people get upset, is because the entirety of the character's personality or the game revolves around that fucking fact.
I don't need them to look like me. Why do you think Lara Croft, Jill Valentine, Lee Everett, Aerith Gainsborough and Barrett Wallace are some of my favourite characters ever? Actually, while I'm ranting, for fuck's sake, Capcom, bring Shiva back into the Resident Evil.
I know he's... I don't know if he purposely did it, but it's Shiva.
Series, will you? It's been like 17 years already. My point though is that not every
I kind of think that Shiva was just a one-off character.
group, demographic, niche and subculture needs to be represented in every story ever told. Sometimes the time and place don't allow for it. Sometimes there isn't enough resources to cater for every possible combination, and sometimes they're just not fucking needed. Storytelling doesn't work that way, and neither do human beings. As people, we're more than just the color of our skin, what we have between our legs, or who we like to bump uglies with. Yeah, some people feel the need to make those things their entire personality, because most of the time they've got nothing else to fall back on, but those people...
Yeah, they got nothing interesting going on about them, so they have to fall on that, like, identity politics or gender or something. They scream it to the heavens just to get attention on themselves because there's nothing else interesting about them.
Luckily are few and far between. They just happen to have a very loud and obnoxious voice online, and they don't represent the vast majority of the audience. So go ahead and make your game Knight's Path. Make it the way you want to make it. Don't bow to...
I like that. I like this armor. It looks really neat. I like the black and gold aesthetic.
Social media pressure or modern audiences, and let the real audience be your judge. Maybe other gaming companies could stand to follow your leads. Anyway, that's all I've got for today.
That's still funny. I can hear the original sound with this.
Go away now.
Nice path. I got to keep an eye out for that because that actually looks pretty decent. Well, that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give a like and subscribe. I post videos 3 to 5 days a week here. I also post videos over on my other channel for gaming as well. So please make sure to give that a look-see. See if you enjoy that as well. I also stream anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week as well. Links to all my social medias will be on my YouTube page. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.